Hi, Dr. Ian here from Red Toe Wellness Centers, and I'm here to talk to you about what a brain map is. So brain mapping, it's also called a QEEG, quantitative electroencephalograph, is a way to look at brain function. And specifically, what are your neurons doing in your brain, and why is that maybe connected to the symptoms that you're having? So in the office, we've been using a technology that's been available since the 1960s, but now it's really having some amazing 21st century applications into addressing and exercising these things called brain waves so that you can actually start to permanently resolve symptoms that some people have been struggling with for decades. So we actually, when we have a neurologic symptom, which could be anxiety or depression or attention deficit or insomnia, anxiety, those kinds of symptoms, we are going to want to do something called, again, a brain map. So what we do is we put a cap on someone's head. There's 10 electrodes built into that cap. Looks just like this right here. And there's electrodes that are built into that. So what we do is we actually then put that on someone's head. Again, it's non-invasive. There's nothing that we put into the brain itself. So it's not like an MRI or a test like that. It is basically just measuring, again, the surface electrical activity of neurons. So we measure that information as brain waves, delta, theta, alpha, and beta. Those different brain waves relate to different functions the brain has, and also, again, correlates to different symptoms that you might be suffering from. So we send that out, and then they compare that electrical information against 160,000 other brain maps that have been done before. So matched for age, matched for sex. They make sure that they're comparing the right brain to the right brain, and then we look again at what's abnormal with that brain map. So you'll see there's actually a picture of this that I'm showing right now, and that's going to actually have just colors on that brain map. So whether it's low, whether it's high, you'll actually see that can start to give us an information about what can we do to start changing that. And again, that process is called neurofeedback. I'll explain that a little bit more. But when that comes back to us, that information, I can actually sit down with clients and explain, based on if those waves are too high or too low, how that's impacting your health. So for example, if your delta waves were too high, that could be causing insomnia. If your alpha waves were too high, that might be causing anxiety. If your alpha waves were low, that might be causing depression. Same thing with attention deficit. That usually goes with high theta waves and low beta waves. So there's patterns that we actually look at. Now the beautiful thing is that when we're looking at this information, again, the solution is not necessarily what drug to give you, because most drugs work globally. They're going to inhibit or excite certain aspects in the brain. And what we want to do is individually tailor exercise for the brain based off of your brain map. So that is definitely unique as far as what we're doing here at Red Tail. And I think it's fascinating because all these brain maps that I see are all very different. And yet we can pair the technology, neurofeedback, to actually address this. So, a couple tips for you for the brain map to get the most accurate information is, one, we want to make sure that you haven't consumed caffeine that morning. I know if you're addicted to caffeine, it's tough to get rid of it, but just have it with you, and then you can drink it right after the brain map. Also, if you're taking medications, the technology, basically it's recommended by the people who've developed this technology that medication is not taken until, again, the brain map is done. So that's another way that we can make sure we get an accurate representation of what's going on with a brain map. And then again, I'm going to come and I'm going to sit down with you, your significant others if appropriate, and just talk about what's going on with that brain map and how we can actually change your life with this technology called neurofeedback. Okay, we're looking forward to seeing you in the office, looking forward to giving you my best recommendations as far as how we can help you move forward with your health. And please give us a call, 303-882-8447, and we look forward to letting your health soar. Take care.